Joined here by Chris Lewis, who has got a very good team engaged on Friday night, a very good book of drives, starting with double espresso in the Diamond Classic for the 2-year-old fillies. Chris, are you still excited to have her come to the races every Friday night that she does come here and struts her stuff?
For sure. No, she's a very nice filly. We've drawn a little wider, but she's capable still of playing a big part in that race.
What did you make of her winning the heat here last week?
Yeah, no, she's done that comfortable. You know, it was probably a little bit too easy.
Ross said that post-race, that the mile rate of 2 minutes and a little bit of change on top. Is that any concern at all at the fact that it was too easy ahead of a tricky assignment like Friday night?
Well, all it means is Ross has to adjust his workload, you know, in between, and she should be fine.
How does she stack up in terms of what she's done? Do you think that she's got the ability to be pretty special beyond her 2-year-old career?
Look, I would think, you know, from day one, she felt like she can stick a bit. So you would think extra distance as she matures, and she's more like grown like an older horse too. You know, she's still got to grow into herself a little bit. Yeah, she should be a pretty nice 3-year-old, I'd reckon.
You mentioned there that the tricky barrier number 7, this group of 2-year-old fillies, how good do you think they are, and do you think that yours might be just simply too good to overcome them on Friday night despite the wide barrier? Look,
they're very good. They can run some very quick sections and overall good times, so you can't underestimate any of them. We don't want anything to really go wrong, you know, otherwise we're in trouble.
Yeah. Let's go back to the start of the night and have a look at Madame Meerland. Now, this wasn't too bad a performance last week, barrier 2 this week. Do you think it's a winnable race for Madame Meerland?
Yeah, I think we'll probably push forward on that. And no, I think she's going okay, and maybe this is her race.
A Mighty Flying Deal into the inside. So you mentioned that you'll push forward. Do you think you can cross the one in Mighty Flying Deal?
Well, look, he's obviously got pace, but, you know, well, hopefully he wants to sit on us.
Now, Dominate the Dojo. Do you think you've unlocked the formula, the winning formula to dominate the dojo? Because we've seen a number of drivers have a crack at trying to win on Dominate the Dojo, and sometimes he just doesn't quite stick the neck out. Do you think that he's finally found that winning attitude?
Well, look, he appears to have turned the corner. You know, his last 2 runs have been excellent. And, yeah, no, I couldn't be more happy with him. But, he is definitely a different horse since when I've driven him before. You know, he does know a little bit more about racing, I think.
What is it about him, though? You said that he's a little bit of a different horse from a couple of starts ago when you started driving him. What is it about him? What quirks has he got?
Well, look, I think he just thought it was a bit of a game, and didn't really, he liked being out there, but he just didn't really realise he had to finish off the race at the end, and he was quite happy for him to just poke in front of him or whatever, you know, and didn't worry. But now he's a little bit more competitive in himself. So, he was tackled 2 starts ago and really did stick on, which he wouldn't have done a while back.
Start with a 2-year-old, we'll end with a 3-year-old, GJK. How disappointed were you last start with what happened there in the Pearl Classic, knowing that he was one of the fancies going into it?
Yeah, no, it was quite disappointing, really, because he'd been going exceptionally well. Overall, we were all a little bit too confident on him. And I think we'll just drive him a little bit differently, a little more conservative early and within himself, rather than ask him for any effort till later. He can obviously, do some work in a race. There's no 2 ways about that, and it's a matter of being close enough.
So barrier 9 there, you mentioned there that you drive conservatively. That's still no concern at all for him, though? He might be just simply too good to beat this field, even from the wide barrier?
Look, he'll be very competitive, don't worry, even from 9, and it won't be a bad thing for him to, get a bit of confidence out there and go round. He trialled well Sunday, so I would say he'll be hard to beat in that race.
Well, that is very good to hear. So what's the one that you're most excited about? Is it the 2-year-old filly in a Group 1 race?
Oh, I think you'd have to say. Yeah, you definitely have to say. She's, a lovely filly, and, it's always a pleasure to drive her.
Good luck on Friday night. Hopefully there might be a few winners there for you. All the very best.
Thanks very much.